Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. I'm here at Feinstein's 54 Below with two of Broadway's favorite leading ladies, Alice Ripley and Emily Skinner, who are returning with their hit show, Unattached. Welcome.
Thanks for having us, Richie.
Thank you.
How excited are you to be returning here?
We're very excited. Very excited. We've been looking forward to this like 5 months.
Yeah. We're really excited because we have an album now. The album that
This one?
came out, yes, that's a recording of the live shows that we did in February, and that was the first time we'd ever done them.
Yeah.
So this is going to be great to do them again as a return engagement and have a recording for people
We're
to
sort
take
of
away.
hoping that this album went on sale at the end of June, and a lot of people bought it. Who knew? So we're hoping now people will come to the show and say the patter along with us and sing the songs along with us, and it'll be like a Rocky Horror.
Not really.
kind of.
We're kidding. No, don't really do that.
But they do, though. You have this incredible fan base, don't you? Talk about the fans, the Skinner Ripley fans.
Well, you know, this act, honest to God, when they asked us to do this, we thought, okay, if we're going to do this, let's really do something for those people who found us in Sideshow and that have continued to support us both together and separately over the last 20 years. So this act really is for that audience. We talk about Sideshow, we sing from Sideshow, we take the piss out of Sideshow a little bit, but in the most loving and affectionate way. And it's really for them.
I'll never get away from you, even if I wanted to. So go on and try, just try. I tried. And you're gonna see how you're gonna not at all get away from me.
How you sit. Is this a sideshow? This how you did Sideshow?
Well, people get very upset when we are not on the sides
Like
that
right
we were
now.
in from Sideshow. They get all up in arms. So, sorry.
They take it personally.
Well, I love this album. I think this is absolutely superb. I mean, talk about some of the material that's on the CD.
You know, Alice and I both like eclectic stuff, and we tried to do something that would be filled with a variety and appeal to a wide range of audiences. And we're not chanteuses; we're theater actresses. So the majority of what we do on here is really theater music. So it's really a great diversity of that.
Yeah, we sing from Sideshow, and we sing some duets, and then we sing some solos. There are some grand, incredibly theatrical moments that blow the roof off, and then there are these songs that we do. They're little jewels, the gems of the ballads, and the show kind of for me. When Emily sings "I Don't Need a Roof," that's when everybody goes, "Okay, now wait a minute here. Now hold on, this is getting serious. This is really, really good."
I don't need adventure in some far away frontier. I don't need to feel you near.
I really love the Lifeline song. I love the Harry Nilsson song so much, and a lot of people don't know that song from The Point. And I love her interpretation of it, which is totally different than the original interpretation of it. It's like somebody screaming from below a well, with like everything that they're trying to let out. And sometimes I just put that on at home and I lip sync to it. People don't understand, and I go like. And I make my weird gargoyle faces. You know, it's funny, when we were, speaking of gargoyle faces, speaking of Cecilia Bartoli faces, when we were, our friend Nancy Opal, who's a very acclaimed theater actress, took our pictures for this album.
She took the picture on the cover of the album
She
and all the
did
other
this?
photos.
She did all the pictures in here.
Yeah, and the
Nancy
album,
Opal.
I like tits and teeth personally, and we don't have that going on in the album. But you know what? It's beautiful because it really captures who we are. Yeah.
But when we were picking, the pictures from amongst the pictures, all of the pictures of Alice are like, Alice is like, and I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like making these
it.
gargoyle fit, like, what?
Dipped in life's a bread, pays a daily dividend. Be like us and start a trend. Be friends to the end.
I had the privilege of seeing this in February when you both blew the roof off this place. And it was the first time you had performed together in New York, like in 9 years?
Yeah.
What made those nights so memorable of being back here for the first time on stage together?
Well, I mean, just sort of what you implied. We haven't sung together in 9 years. We have these very separate theater careers. People have asked us over the course of time to do things, and it's really hard to do it because she gets a show, I get a show, where we're both sort of constantly off doing stuff. And when they asked us to come do this, we thought, okay, well, we both have this amount of time, we can do it then. And to come and do this and to feel the reaction from audiences who were so happy to see us together again was profoundly moving. I mean,
Yeah, that's really what it is for
amazingly
me,
moving.
more than anything. I mean, it's all good, but Feinstein's 54 Below, they've given us this place to call home, and it's my favorite venue. It's really great. But the audience then gets to enjoy what's great about this venue, and they're all here together. They know each other, or they know people who know people who know people, or they saw the same shows, and they're all here for us. And when they're really here for their own history that they feel pass through them when they watch us, because that's what's great about theater and why you follow somebody. And they also get to see us now, because we're different now than we were 21 years or 20 however many years ago.
I'm exactly the same. I don't know what you're talking
When
about.
we were 20
Exactly
years
the
ago, I looked like this. I look so much better now. Now I look normal.
You both look sensational.
I actually sort of feel like this CD sort of celebrates Feinstein's 54 Below. We shot it all in here. All the pictures were from here. The act is from here live. And I sort of feel like for people who aren't from New York and are coming to New York and get this album, I'm hoping it'll instigate them wanting to come to Feinstein's 54 Below when they visit New York.
Hey, that's good. I never thought of that
I
before,
really-
but
I
it really
really
kind of makes you want to come to the
I feel
club
like
too.
this should be a destination place for people not only in
For
town
sure.
but from around the country.
Well, it is.
you
It is
know?
it's a great location. Let's just talk about the club for a little bit. It's first of all, it's beautiful. I love the decor. It's an excellent location.
Well, and
there's
also
tons
the
of space,
fact that
but think
they-
people are close to you too at the same time. The food is excellent. The
if you-
service is great.
If you don't want to pay for a Broadway show, Broadway tickets are so expensive. You can come to Feinstein's 54, eat, have great cocktails, and see all your favorite Broadway people.
Up close and personal.
Right, up close and personal, doing their specialty stuff, which is like fantastic.
And look at how close the
know?
table is. I mean, the chair is literally against the edge of the stage right there. So you could
see
reach
our
out and touch our shoes if you wanted
sweat,
to.
Our double chins, our lint.
You have none of that. It's called Starland.
Starlet.
Starland. You started to talk about Sideshow. That was a game changer for both of you. And for me, I've been going to Broadway since I was 10 years old. That to this day is one of the most thrilling evenings I have ever spent in the theater. I saw you during previews, I saw you opening night, and I saw your closing night in Sideshow.
Oh, wow.
As you two look back, do you have a favorite memory? There must be so many, but that was so life-changing for both of you.
It's just so phenomenal that every time Henry and Bill would give us new music to sing, it felt like Christmas. It was, wow, this brand new music. The character is in here, and nobody's ever discovered this before. And that I love that. That's one of my favorite things.
There's also something about working on a show in a workshop, in a rehearsal room, or in a theater where it's the bones of the show. And if you ain't got good bones of the show, you can bell and whistle it up with fantastic sets and costumes, but there's still no there. And I think what we all sort of discovered in that workshop was that we have a show. That score is so extraordinarily potent. You could do it with chairs and people in jeans, and it would still resonate.
And this question makes me think finally of the company, meaning not just the people on stage, but with that show, I've never experienced it with any other show. With Sideshow, it was the orchestra and the house crew and the ushers and the people that sold merchandise and the crew and the actors. Everybody was like, we were all in love with the show. And I was in love with everybody there. And the company was fantastic. I mean, we were singled out, but the entire company was at the level of what we're doing. I mean, and they are, and they're all fantastic. I miss them.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing that happened to either of you on stage during the run? Was there something really crazy that happened? Yeah.
We were on. There was a piece of a set piece that sort of snapped together and then circled, and we stood on top of it. And
Pac-Man,
that
the Pac-Man
poof,
accident,
yes,
the poof, yeah, the
thing.
poof.
And we got on it one time, and it was supposed to lock, and it didn't lock, and it split, and so we split, and we heard, oh my God, the gasp
Here, like
from
it's
the
like a
audience.
tsunami that
It
starts
was
at the front and goes to the back. Oh.
because we, once we come together, people buy the conceit that we were attached. We were actually attached. And
I
so,
just remember I looked over and your head was right here, and I was like,
but I remember coming off from the next scene afterwards and turning to Alice and going, "We should just go home."
yeah,
now.
I should just quit
We
now
just
because
go
we had
home.
spent the
Why
entire
even finish
act
the rest of the show?
creating this illusion
We've
that we were
ruined the
attached,
illusion.
and everybody could see. Well, they're not attached. Oh my God, that's right. I'm in a Broadway show. They aren't real
The
twins. Oh my God, I got to go home. I'm hungry.
The collective gasp from 1,000 people at the same time was very special.
How did you pull it back together again?
I think maybe somebody was fired that day. Maybe.
Make a cannibal stew of you. Invite me to.
I'm a strict vegan.
It's friendship, friendship. Just the perfect friendship. When other friendships are up a creek, ours will still be slick.
So my final question is, we're sitting here, you're going to hit the stage in just a few hours. You're opening with this brand new run. What are you looking forward to the most with being back here?
For me, it's just being on stage with Alice. It's just a pleasure, and I'm still in 20 years later. I'm still in awe of her talent and her uniqueness. So it's just a pleasure to be on stage with her.
Oh, honey. That's, it's sincere. I feel the same way. I love the moment when we're introduced and the audience starts applauding and we walk to the stage and they quiet down enough for the band to start playing, and then when we start singing, we feel the audience kind of go, wait a minute. Wait a minute, whether they know what to expect or not. It's that moment, that first moment of when we start to fly together, when we start to I was trying to say sail and fly at the same time together. That's my favorite moment. It's like everything, like somebody jumps out of the cake at that moment for me.
Friendship, be friends to the end.